And I guess we'll just live straight away.
Hey, greetings, community.
1, 2.
Comic Talk.
That's us.
That's us. That's Kai.
That's Kevin.
And what we want to do today, we've done it before, and it kind of seemed that it worked well, is we want to go ahead and show you what we did as far as our pickups at the LCS. So without any further ado.
We got this one right here, which was actually a pretty lucky find considering that all of them are going for very high prices and high demand, and all of them are basically gone from all your local LCSs.
Gone.
You should not be able to find them anywhere, and if you do, you should grab it.
Grab it.
This is a cool thing because it was a Netflix series and is going on its third. Is still a Netflix series and is going on its third season, and I personally enjoy it. I've seen a couple episodes of the first season, and basically the premise is a fox working a dead-end job with a very shitty boss and not too great of a life, pretty mediocre, and she just gets all the work piled on top of her by all of her co-workers. And how she releases this is by going to a karaoke and screaming her bloody head off by singing rock metal, but death metal, the metal.
Yeah, I actually got to see a vid and a clip, and it was a clip that basically explained the origin of this character, and I recommend seeing it. If nothing else, it's a kick. The rumor is going to be a whole new, on the anime side, it's a whole new like Rick and Morty. These guys dig it. So if you can find it, grab one. Moving on. Which one is this, Kai?
Going to the chapel.
And who is this done by?
Pepos. David
That's
Pepos.
right, man. And this finalizes the series. All right. So this was a 4-part series. David, I look forward to doing an interview with you. This was the only book that I have ever read that I had physically applauded as I was finishing it. I was getting to around the third to the last panel, and I'm sitting there clapping, and I noticed as I was doing it, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not at the movies. However, what I think I was saying to myself is, it needs to be a movie.
We got this one, Money Shot number 4.
Money Shot number 4. Now, if you out there don't know the premise of this book, what it's about is scientists want to explore the universe. We have the ability now, as far as scientifically speaking, to go ahead and travel the universe, or at least our galaxy that I know of. And we're coming across an extensive amount of terrestrials out there. Hey, Cap. I agree. And that's why when we do our introduction, we always say community, and we need to stop saying that. It's good to see you. Glad you bring it up. So
he said stopping in.
Stopping in to say hi, guys. My apologies. We actually have an issue with a lot of people saying hi, guys. So that's why we always say community. Nothing against everyone else, just us.
Personal thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so to get back to the premise of this book, these scientists need money. It costs a lot of money to travel the galaxy, and they want to explore, but the only way they can do so is by generating money by basically generating a XXX service, and what they're utilizing are aliens. Wild story. What is this one?
Usagi. I think this is
Yojimbo.
Usagi Yojimbo 8.
That's right. This is the ongoing series of Usagi that recently, obviously around 8 months ago, recently been redone. Now, this is a whole new
Color Classic number 1 a while ago.
And this is a whole new storyline as far as Usagi's concerned. This is going to be a 2-part arc, and I'm dying to read this in particular. I've only got to read so far as the new pickups that we had received, is this Going to the Chapel. And oh my God, if you haven't read this, you have to read Going to the Chapel.
We have an Ant-Man number 1.
This is a fun read. This is like I said, I haven't got to read it. I got to skim it and check it out. It is a fun read. There's 3 new appearances of characters in here. And again, what they're bringing back is the whole Scott Lang fun feel of this. And to me, this was some of the beginning premise of what you see today as a Deadpool character. So to me, this is some of the origin of this type of stuff.
Now, it's a virgin, so I can't really describe it to you, but it is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers.
That's correct. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Power Rangers number 3 retail incentive. RI. All right. I'm kind of an A B kind of guy, and I know I've said this many a times. I like buying more than one cover when it comes to certain books, and when it comes to retailer incentives, my God, this is flawless. I've been enjoying all these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, this is a very, very good example.
We got Miles Morales Spider-Man number 15, and if you guys have been paying attention, all of these have exclusive Strange Academy previews inside, which we are jumping on the bit for.
That's correct. Strange Academy, or I'll get to that in a moment. So this Miles Morales, and I was talking about this earlier about how this is one of these consistent reads. You know, you tend to find that in certain books, you know, as far as what people talk about, meaning that many in the community, they will say, oh, this book started out great and it kind of petered out, or it's great and it keeps getting better and then it dies or whatever. This has been a book, Miles Morales has been a book that's been, hey, Mark, how are you doing? That's been fairly consistent in the sense that it's been good, and then it might spike as far as certain first appearances or whatever, but it's been consistent, and which is nice when you want an ongoing series. So, you know, if you're not reading Miles Morales and you do like the Spider-Man style stories, I recommend it.
Last but not least, we have Green Lantern number 1 facsimile.
Yeah, I'm not a big Lantern fan. At the same point, I do like the dollar buys, and you know both Marvel and DC have been killing it with some of these things, and I like how it's been strategic in the sense of more times than not, it does lead up to some type of release coming up. We do have other books in which that we will be receiving in our online purchases down the road. We usually receive our purchases. Have you ever noticed the pattern yet? We receive our purchases roughly. The shipment receives somewhere in that 20th to 25th. We get it around that third week of the month. That we get a shipment of only once a month. That way, the shipping's only around $7.50, and you know, we're taxed around the same because we end up picking up. Which I did the order today, as you may have watched. I did a show earlier. If you haven't seen it, what it was the pickups that Kai and I have for our pre-orders for April. I explained in there how we divvy up our purchases. So I recommend that, and that's pretty much what we have for the community, correct?
Yeah, we're keeping it. This is probably the shortest video we've done in a while. Keeping it 110 minutes. This has been 1-2
Comic Talking, and we appreciate you hanging out with us. You take care.
You guys take care.